Black White Soul, and welcome to my review of NXT that aired on the... Wait a minute, I'll be with you in a second. 25th of... 25th? Yeah, I mean 25th of the 9th, 14th, so around that point. Yes, and literally we're off to an interesting start with Mojo Rawley appearing. Mojo, the Eva Marie of NXT, gets in the ring, and he's a rematch from TakeOver. With Bull Dempsey comes out and hits him a couple of times, hits the headbutt off the top rope, and wins. Yeah. A very short match, showing Bull strong and showing that Mojo is a bitch. Speaking of being a bitch, Tyler Breeze comes out. Of course, the super good looking man he is. And then Mojo Rawley sort of brushes past him. Tyler is not in a good mood after not winning that Fatal 4-Way. And throws Mojo into the steps. Yeah, and then gets in the ring. He's very flustered and angry as are Tyler Breeze. And his opponent is Justin Gabriel. It's a short, but these two, good match together. Justin Gabriel was really underrated worker, just needs to work on the whole personality thing, which I thought he could have done. I really wished he had become like a little partner with Tyson Kidd, but that was short-lived. I thought they had made a nice little heel faction together. Oh well. But yeah, eventually Tyler Breeze gets the win with the booty shot. Need to start building back up since he didn't win that title. But good seeing these guys in the ring. Not much else to say about that. William Regal is giving instructions to some young lad backstage about where to get him the right tea. Very good man, good man. Natalia comes up and of course butts into Tyson Kidd's business and begs Regal for another match. Regal's just like, why? Well, he's been beaten so many times. But he caves in, but under one stipulation. If Tyson can't do it, that's it. He can never ever challenge Adrian Neville for the NXT title again. So, it's all or nothing for Tyson Kidd. I don't know if they said that's going to be coming later in the show, or in a couple of weeks, but we'll see. It is, because they have had quite a good rivalry, but it is... I think every now and then this is a good stipulation to put out there, just helps prevent just oversaturation of a particular type of match. Okay, we get Alexa Bliss versus Bayley. Face versus face. I really like Alexa Bliss. I think she'll be good. I want to see some character from her. She's got a cutesy fairy thing going on. Cheerleader / ex-gymnast. See what she is. I've never even heard her speak, so I want to get that at some point. But she's against Bayley, and Bayley's got her entrance down. I can't see it's too long before Bayley comes to the main roster. But for fuck's sake, WWE, do not mess her up like you did Emma. Emma is a really good talent. She even had an amazing match with Alicia Fox on main event the other week. Give her a goddamn chance. Do not bring... I'm more than happy to have Bayley as mine on NXT until you have a program for her. Do not bring her up until you have a match planned. But yeah, face versus face always a little bit awkward to do, but they do it really well. Lots of exchanges. This is Bayley actually showing mat wrestling, some good technical moves from her. I know a lot of people probably wouldn't like that, but the crowd are into it because they're just into anything Bayley does. And Alexa Bliss gets to show off some of her gymnastics and counters and head scissors. Really good. They even high five at one point, and the crowd really like it. And Bayley, all the way through her technical moves, keeps going, yeah, high five. I really enjoyed it. The crowd sort of started missing it. It needed to be a bit more obvious to the crowd, but I enjoyed it. A little bit sloppy at the finish, but still worked quite well. Alyssa goes for a moonsault, lands on her hands, feet, but then Bayley grabs for the hugplex and pins her. Good solid match. Bayley gets on the mic and asks Charlotte come to the ring. Charlotte does, and she's like, Bayley is just distraught that she let herself down in front of her mother, in front of all the fans, let down NXT. And Charlotte says, well, you didn't let me down. and Bayley asked for one more match. And Charlotte is like, well, it's going to be the same. The second verse is going to be the same as the first, but you got it, kiddo. Next week we're going to get the rematch, Bayley-Charlotte. Hope it's a really good match. I hope this is kind of a faux turn and Charlotte really goes heel in the match, because I think Charlotte does much better as a heel, and the Ric Flair connection, it just works. Make Charlotte heel, make her evil. Okay, we get Enzo versus Louis from the Legionnaires. Sylvain Grande. The French guy with the long ponytail opposed to the one with Kurt Angle's wig from when Kurt Angle first got his hair shaved, including the headgear. Louis is wearing that because he got his hair removed, not by shaving, by some weird cream. Also removed his eyebrows. They do a slight mistake here, because on the... it was going to originally be a tag team match, but apparently LaFord is actually injured, so it just became a single between Enzo and Louis. That's fine. But in the tag team picture they did have bald Louis and his eyebrows, and Jesus Christ, he looks terrifying when he's like... Without his hair, he just looks absolutely scary. So they shouldn't have shown that image of him yet, but it's fine. Yeah, he's got the ridiculous Kurt Angle wig on. Enzo, Kaz, they've got their New Age Outlaw beginning down. Crowd love it. Their in-ring is where they fall apart, unfortunately. They're not the greatest in-ring guys, but they've got a gimmick, and that can counteract in-ring work, but... Sorry, it's like 2 o'clock in the morning. I really shouldn't be doing this right now. Rah! So yeah, it's a very short match. LaFord, I thought they would really be trying to chase LaFord and get his hair shaved, or apparently as long as they shave one of them, it's fine. But anyway, he's on the outside. He literally has nothing to do with this match at all. He's just ignored. It's all about the bad wig. And Enzo, actually, Louis is really, really aggressive. Actually, really good in ring. Aggressive from Louis. Until Enzo manages to drop his neck on the top rope, but takes the wig with him. So Louis is left looking bald and terrifying in the middle of the ring, and his face is just like... but with a bald head. Enzo gets the roll up and the win, and just Louis is just this demon type thing in the ring. He basically looks like Baby Kane, just probably even more ugly. Eesh. You can see this feud continuing. I don't know if they're going to then try and get rid of LaFort's hair. That seems a logical step, but they didn't really seem too concerned with that this week. So unless they've dropped in the hair thing, who knows? And we get our NXT main event. It's not the title match. That's coming at a later date. It is an NXT title match. Rematch from TakeOver. The Lucha Dragons versus the Ascension. Both of these teams really have really good entrances. Good feel to them. And despite it being a really weird combination of the Lucha style versus two big power men, they actually work really well together. Victor, the ponytailed one that's a bit shorter, he particularly is really adapted to Kalisto's fast-paced lucha style, hitting all his moves flawlessly. Usually there's a few fumbles, but all his moves were pulled off perfectly this week. Yeah, really good match. I think these guys work well together. The Ascension, their time, they should be going up. Though we have just got a heel tag team champions on the main roster, so maybe it would actually be good when this feud with the Usos is over, Stardust still retain that title, and then the Ascension come up and can first or feud off with the Usos. But we'll see. Anyway, that's speculation. But yeah, this was a good match. Of course, a bit of a non-finish. Well, there was a finish. I think twice I've said that now. I think I said that in my SmackDown review, which will be posted... Yeah, will be posted before this one. As the Ascension are getting the upper hand again, Hideo Itami's music hits because they beat him up last week. This distracts them, hits the Celsta del Sol reverse DDT thing. Beautiful move. 1, 2, 3. Lucha Dragons retain their title. Rematch clause is over and done with. The big guy goes to meet Hideo. He only gets in like a few chops to the face and a kick. They should have like let him get a bit more in. But yeah. Making him look really strong, having him like take on a tag team. I don't know what this is gonna end with. Because it'll really destroy the Ascension if they're beaten in a handicap match. You could do singles matches and lose, but yeah. But they're really bringing in Hideo Itami strong. Let's see if they can keep up this momentum. Tell me what you think. What are your views? Who in NXT do you think is ready to come up to the roster? God knows a lot of divas are, because the divas on the main roster are shit. Eva Marie Cameron, Rosa Mendez. But until then, like, subscribe, and TTFN.